Hey you guys, I just wanted to come on here and give you guys an overview of how our weekend went. It was a really great weekend if you guys followed the picks on the channel. And then I'm also going to provide you guys with about 4 plays to take for this Monday night football game, Jaguars versus Bengals. And then there's also an NBA play that's going to all be tonight for a game as well. But first and foremost, wanted to touch on some of these huge wins that we hit this week. First and foremost, I posted this one to the channel. This one is Colts versus Titans. You can see, kind of how I've explained in my last videos, but this is a correlated slip. So this is what we do. You can see that Gardner Minshew and Will Levis, as well as a couple of their receivers, are all on the more side. So over passing yards and over receiving yards. It was a close game. It was a high-scoring game. It actually ended up going to overtime, which helped us a lot. So it kind of got into a shootout, and there was a lot of passing. Minshew and Will Levis did a lot of passing, and you can see that all 6 of these plays hit. So I put $40 on this one, and I got paid out $1,000 on this play, guys. So this was huge for Sunday. Really happy about this one. We put down, I think in the history of this channel, I think we've probably had like 6 or 7 plays already, and we've hit big on this one, and then also this one, which was Saturday. This one was the Texas versus Oklahoma State game. Really happy about the outcome of this game because I am a UT fan. But again, yours had a ton of passing yards. He actually had over 450 passing yards this game. So you can see his receivers easily got over their targets. And then Oklahoma State, the whole game, kind of had to come back from behind, and they had to pass a lot. So you can see even their quarterback, he only got over by 5 yards here, but it was just enough to hit this one too. So we hit another 6 out of 6. And both of these plays were posted on this YouTube channel. So if you guys want to get these plays before the week starts, then definitely follow us, because I'm going to be posting plays like this every single day, especially going into the weekend, because that's when a lot of these NFL and college football games are going to happen, and we're going to get a lot of correlated slips like this with quarterbacks and receivers and running backs and all of that good stuff. So got 2 really big 6 out of 6 hits over 2 days, Saturday and Sunday this weekend. So was really profitable this weekend. Even next week, if we don't hit any plays, we're still going to be profitable just because of what we did this weekend. So again, subscribe to the channel if you want to keep getting plays like this. Just really quickly, just want to show kind of that this process does work. You can see that last night's game, which was Sunday Night Football, we hit a 5 out of 6, which is actually still a win. You just get 2x on your money instead of 25x, which is a big difference. But you can see that Patrick Mahomes, he did kind of sell us here. He was 50 yards short. They ran the ball a lot. It was kind of weird. They were behind, but they ran the ball a lot. I don't know why you would do that when you have the best quarterback in football. But anyway, you can see Jordan Love went over, the receivers went over, and then the punts, there were like very little amount of punts. But yes, unfortunately, Patrick Mahomes, I was hoping this game would maybe go into overtime, but it didn't. So Patrick Mahomes didn't end up getting more passing yards. I think, in hindsight, I'm still very happy with the play, and I would have put, I would have bet Mahomes to get over 265 passing yards any day of the week. So it is what it is, but that's a 5 out of 6. Right here, same thing for the San Francisco and Eagles game. I'm not sure if I posted this to the YouTube channel, so I'm sorry about that. I'll make sure to kind of get all of these posted to the YouTube channel. I kind of started this channel just last week, so again, follow for more. But same thing here. Was a relatively high-scoring game, and 49ers kind of blew them out, but you can see all the plays hit except Brandon Ayuk, which I'm pretty sure Ayuk had like a drop or kind of a missed opportunity, which he maybe could have went over. But unfortunate, again, 5 out of 6. Here as well is the Texans and Broncos, and I'm not sure if I posted this one to the channel either, but again, I'm going to keep posting these to the channel as much as I can. But you can see, again, this works very well. We just needed Russell Wilson to get like 40 more passing yards, which unfortunate he couldn't do that, but again, still profitable, and we're doubling our money with a play like this. But we really are shooting for these 6 out of 6s just because they're going to be huge plays and multiplications of our money if we can get those 6 out of 6s. So came close on these 3, still happy about them and happy about the plays and how the game turned out. So let's get into a couple of plays for tonight, which is Monday Night Football, and then we also have a basketball play, which I think is the first basketball play on the channel so far. First play here is on PrizePicks. We got Jake Browning. We got Trevor Lawrence. Browning over pass completions. Trevor Lawrence over passing touchdowns. Less punts. So you can kind of see that same thing which would happen with that Packers Chiefs game last night. There was minimal punting in that game because it was a kind of shootout, a lot of throwing going on, and the offenses moved the ball well. So the 2 punters, less punts. And then for Cincinnati to have more targets for Jamar Chase and more targets on T. Higgins. You can see that this is going to be very correlated with Jake Browning's pass completions, because the more Jake Browning throws, and if Jake Browning is to hit this number with a lot of throws, a lot of attempts, a lot of completions, then a lot of those throws and completions and targets are going to go to his top 2 receivers, which is Chase and T. Higgins. So here's the first slip here. We want it to be, again, kind of passing game, a shootout with minimal punting, so let's hope that happens. Once again, the same thing, but we have a Jags receiver too, so the same thing with less punts. Chase, Calvin Ridley, Chase to go over in targets, Ridley to go over in receiving yards, and then the 2 quarterbacks here just straight passing yards overs too. So these slips, they might seem very similar, but a lot of times, one will hit and one might not hit. So you definitely want to take both of these slips. What I would do is I would put half of a unit on both of these, just to kind of even out and kind of space out how much you're putting down. So let's say if you put $10 a play, I would maybe put $5 on each of these just to kind of space that out. Next, we have an Underdog fantasy play for this game also. This is my first Underdog fantasy slip. Again, for PrizePicks and for Underdog Fantasy, use code RFF and you'll get a $100 match with PrizePicks and with Underdog Fantasy. So if you put in $100 to each of these sites, you'll start with $200. So you're pretty much spending $200 to get $400 if you were to do this for both Underdog Fantasy and for PrizePicks. And I'm going to use both of these as well as some other apps going forward. So definitely get these. It's more skin in the game. It's more apps and it's more profit that we can use. And it's really a no-brainer because you're getting a free $100 if you spend $100 and deposit that in. And like I've said in past videos, I really think about this as investing. So if you can invest $100, you're already doubling that to $200, and then start putting $5 to $10 on each of these plays and build up your bankroll. You can see how we did it this week. This play too, Zay Jones is a new name in this game, so let's hope he gets over receiving yards. And then Calvin Ridley, Trevor Lawrence, all of these higher in yards, and then Chase and Browning higher in yards too. So same thing, high score. We hope for a high scoring game, a high throwing game, and hopefully we could stack some of these and maybe get like 2 out of 3 of these or 3 out of 3 of these to win, especially if it is a high scoring game. Last play here for tonight is going to be a basketball play. This is also correlated. It comes from the correlation tool. I'm not as familiar with basketball correlation, but you can see this is what the correlation tool spit out. If you're new here, I use a correlation tool that helps me find correlated plays. So not everything is just coming from me. It's actually coming from like a mathematical algorithm that shows correlation, and it pulls NHL plays and basketball plays and football plays and even like soccer plays. So we're going to be sprinkling these in throughout the year, and especially as college football is kind of winding down right now. We're going to start hammering in more of these basketball plays and soccer plays, but this is the last slip for today. Again, sign up for those for PrizePicks and Underdog if you don't have both of them, because it's going to be very important that you have both of them going forward. I hope some of you guys took some of my slips, and if not, now you know how profitable we can be going forward. So thank you guys again, subscribe, and thanks for watching.